This series contains horror elements. Viewer's discretion is advised. Within the dark corners of our mind, is there anything normal to us? When we wake up, we usually find ourselves within our room, within our house, a sanctuary of safety. Nothing to hurt us, nothing to harm us. It is a safe haven. But for one person, in one bad day, for this person's life, they find themselves within an environment that is not familiar to them, but contains something sinister that is walking and luring people for it to escape, to feast upon, to devour. For tonight's tale, I tell you, this creature was originally made in fiction, but now, thanks to the work of man a long time ago, that creature is now reality itself. 1, 2, 1, 2, and through. I call this tale the Jabberwock. Darkness. Only I could see was darkness. No dreams, no nightmares, not even color itself. It was pure darkness. Before a white light gazed upon me. I suddenly woke up with a headache and my throat very, very dry. I didn't know where I was when I woke up. The only thing I knew about my scenery, that I was in a gray room with no windows, no doors, just a long hallway that's dimly lit, and right behind me was a giant mirror. I wondered to myself, why is it that size? And why didn't anyone need it? And I waited a couple of seconds with absolute silence to realize I don't know where I was. Where am I? How did I get here? And more importantly, who am I? And why I not remember my name? Before I try to figure out any questions, one clue helped me. I looked down onto my shirt. I could see a little small name tag. That looks to be that I wore it during the place I work, wherever it is. I looked at it and had the name Charles. Charles Drago. Is that my name? Why is my last name Drago? Sounds redundant and a bit silly. How did I? No, never mind. I need to get up and try to find a way out. So, with one of my hands touching the cold concrete floor, I push myself up with ease and decide to walk towards the dark, dim-lighted hallway to see if I can find a way out. Each step I took, the long hallway, it echoed the sounds of my feet colliding with the floor. I made an eerie tone to my surroundings. I felt a bit terrified of what's in front of me. Why am I here? I kept on questioning myself. What is the last thing I remembered? And nothing came in my head. Nothing at all. Why can I not remember anything? Why is this happening to me? Maybe I got amnesia, or maybe I drank a little bit too much and had a blackout, or something else. Maybe this place is making me not remember. Whatever it is, I have to find out. It felt like an hour of me just walking towards an endless hallway, thinking to myself, I will never get out of here. But just then, a bright shining light was in front of me. Is this the way out? Did I find it? So, I suddenly ran with haste, thinking that I found the way out. But with my disappointed realization, in front of me wasn't a door or an exit out. It was a giant mirror reflecting on me. I felt a cold sweat dripping down the side of my eye. Was I just curious? Wait, did I just go in a circle? How is this possible? I never made a turn or anything. Why is this happening? What is happening? After talking to myself just for a little bit, I suddenly heard another voice. A voice that's familiar, but also terrifies me just a bit. Then, without even any warnings, I heard a familiar voice right behind me when I turned. 'Twas blinking and the slivery toes did gyre and gimble in the water. All mimsy were the burrows, and the mermaid reps ungrabbed. It was coming from the mirror. My reflection. Am I crazy for thinking that? There's no way. You know what? I'll just turn around and go back from where I came. So I did. I walked back. Another hour passed. And I made it again. In front of the giant mirror and the dark hallway behind me. Am I in a nightmare? Or an illusion? Am I dead or alive? What is happening? Overwhelming fear within me started to start making me go insane. Just a bit. Than before. And then suddenly, I heard it again. Without even warning. A voice that is coming from the mirror. Beware the Jabberwock, my son. The jaws that bite, the claws that catch. I looked towards the mirror. It was me. A reflection of me. But it was different somehow from the last two times. It suddenly had scratches all over its arms. A few scars on his face. His left pupil is now all black. While the right eye is bleeding out with a little bit of red. Blood? It's bleeding out blood. And come to think of it, its teeth is not now all crooked, yellow, and some of them are very sharp, like shark fangs, like Tasmanian devils. I stepped a bit closer, and reflection copied me. I stepped one more closer, and it did the same. Closer and closer. I felt fear within my soul and my heart. I was scared. And then, beware the Jub bird and shun the furious Bandersnatch. When I heard that, I looked straight into the mirror when it said it. My reflection, it moved its mouth. When I didn't, I was freaked out. So I decided to run back, run as fast as I can, towards the other side. And saw it again. The giant mirror with the crooked reflection. Now I knew. This is no ordinary mirror. It has to be a magic one, a terrifying nightmare. And I realized one thing with a mirror this time around. There's no light reflecting back in this mirror. The reflection stepped closer and closer and closer. The thing that shocked me the most, that made me grind my teeth, had cold sweat dripping from my hands, my forehead, my whole entire body. The reflection passed where the mirror was supposed to be. There was no mirror this time around. Reflection. Now, whatever it is, spoke one more time. He took his vocal sword in the hand. Long time the maximum foe he sought. So rested he by the tum-tum tree and stood a while in flight. And then I suddenly started back away slowly. And then I turned around and I started to hear cracking sounds, like bones are being snapped or something, like celery sticks, or like eating like a turkey drumstick, cracking the wishbone during Thanksgiving.
As in a marsh spot, he stood, the Jabberwock with eyes of flame. Came with rain, through tunnely woods, and blood as it came.
I heard, I looked, and I saw a monstrous sight. Its bones were cracking, his arms becoming more thin and enlarged, legs more shattered, body bones sticking out. Its ribcage was poking out of its skin. Its eyes were pure black. Its teeth were sharper than any knife I've ever seen. It became a monster, a freak of nature, with talons sharper than the mightiest katana of a samurai. It had wings of a devil.
One, two, and through.
I decided to run as fast as I can. As far into the darkness I led, I just heard it yelling.
The vocal blade went snicker snack. He left it dead
closer and closer. But this time when I went running in the same direction I went multiple times, this time I saw a light. A different light, not the same dim light of the hallway. One of sunlight. I was so close, and then I felt a sudden pain in my chest. I looked down to see a monstrous claw with sharp talons through my chest. As I realized, this creature has gotten me. This creature whispered one final sentence to my ear.
House vows the Jabberwock. Come to my arms, my penis boy. A freshest day from you, Calais.
As the creature said its final sentence, it bit like a whip to chop on my neck, whipping out my vocal cords, exposing my inner muscles of my neck tissue, as blood splattering throughout my neck. It decided to feed on my body, ripping into my intestines, my heart, my lungs, every blood cell splattering across the wall, the gray cove walls and floors. A pool of blood grew more and more, linking towards the darkest hall. But once became the thing I woke up to, now has become my grave. The creature stood and saw the light of the shining sun and decides to walk slowly towards it. It found itself in the outside world, the world of humanity, a world full of new victims to play with, a new meals to feast upon. As that was the day, the Jabberwock escaped its jail, and now it's free to roam this new world, to make this world his own. It was a fresh's day. Calais. As the Jabberwock has now come to play. If anyone is listening to this, if it's been a few days, weeks, months, even years after I disappear, my name is Detective Sean Richardson. I work for the LAPD for any crimes or mysteries surrounding the place. You might be wondering why I'm recording this right now. This weird tape. Because to record my findings of what the hell this is going on. I'm a part of this case right now that involves these tapes. These 5 tapes I've found from across America. For some reason, whoever's making this wants me to find them, wants me to listen to them. The guy's name who's been apparently recording this and sending me these tapes, his name is Storius. That's all I can find out. Whatever it is, whatever he's doing, I will find out. And I will stop him, no matter what.